Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm Thomas Retro Nerd, reviewing the game's good or bad. I'm not looking forward to playing this game. Again. You know what's worse than playing a shitty game based off of a movie? How about a shitty port of an arcade classic? Yet another game that I reviewed in the past, but this time I'm going to make it all the way to the end. So today I'm going to be re-reviewing Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. It started as an arcade game in 1985, brought to us by CAPCOM. Like with every arcade game, it is hard for the sake of taking the quarters out of your pockets. I had no problem with that. Nevertheless, the game was a success, and in the following year, it was ported to many home consoles and computers. This is where I get to the NES version. I haven't played this game in 7 years. I envy this game all those years ago, because there was one part of this game that got me so angry, I never managed to pass it. And again, did I get better with age? Well, that's what I'm here to find out. Okay, Thomas, I'm ready to shoot the video. I really love this sweater. I don't know why you got Jackie Earle Haley's sweater. I mean, besides, Robert Englund is the defendant Freddy Krueger. Oh, sorry, Rocco. That project has to be shelved for now. Oh, what? Why? Have you paid attention how long this pandemic has gone on? Christ, how stupid are people these days? I've been asking that same question for 10 years. God, this sucks. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep the sweater on. By the way, do you at least have a plan B for this year? Oh, hell no! I'm out! Coward! Anyway, let's play this thing. Just one look at this title screen already gave me anxiety for what's to come. The game begins with our main hero, Sir Arthur, having a night around the cemetery with his lover, Princess Prin. Stupid name, mind you. Fuck it, I'll just go with her official name, Guinevere. Before these two could go all hubba-hubba on each other, Guinevere gets taken away by a being known as Satan. Don't you just hate it when you get cockblocked by the Prince of Darkness? Anyway, Arthur suits up to rescue her beloved princess and battle with the main baddie of the game, the devil. Of course, people are gonna bitch about in the comments saying that his name is Astaroth, not the devil. Well, the NES manual says devil, so I say devil. I gotta get this out of the way. This game looks disgusting. Since I played the arcade version, I can compare between the two. I mean, wow. Lots of details are missing. The parallax scrolling is very choppy, and all around just not pleasant to look at. It's like locking your lips with a poisonous snake. You just don't do that. And yes, I know it's early in the NES lifespan, but these graphics didn't age well. Funny thing is that Micronics were the ones who developed this version. Oh boy, Micronics, we meet again. The last time I talked about them is with Akari Wars on the same console. They butchered an arcade classic before, not gonna be surprised when they went with Ghosts and Goblins. Things can go downhill from here. The controls in this game are terrible. It's stiff, hardly responsive, and made me turn my head why Micronics butchered this. First off, Arthur suffers the Belmont syndrome, meaning that once you make your jump, you can't change your direction. There are also some encounters when I try to jump over a pit, and Arthur refuses to listen and just walk to his death. No joke, that happened to me multiple times. What did I do wrong? I was pressing A! Ducking is also a bitch. Arthur refuses to move until you let go of down. All in all, the controls suck. If the controls suck, that means you failed miserably, because that's the most important aspect you're not supposed to fuck up. Your starting weapon is the javelin. It works well, it shoots straight, and it kills enemies no problem. To save the trouble, the only weapon you should worry about is the sword, or the knife as most people call it. It's like the javelin, but it works twice as fast. Making enemy encounters a breeze for the most part. There is also the torch weapon that can't be reused until the flame is extinguished. The axe, which is more of a weaker version of the torch is what I've heard. As for the shield, I'll get back to you on that. At the start of the first level, you got enemies like zombies, crows, spinning plants, Mario 3 did it better, flying knights, and these annoying forest skills that pop out at random. Well, it's not all bad, mind you. I managed to beat the first level no problem. Hell, the first boss in this game is a unicorn demon. Nice! As I got to the second half of level 2, that's when the game goes from a year end of a brick to my noggin. Believe me, this game gets worse by the progression. Now, Arthur is only allowed to get hit once, which knocks off his armor and revealing his almost naked body. You get hit again, and you're reduced to maggot food. Damn! Man, I gotta give
Capcom some credit. That is one of the most morbid deaths I've ever seen in a classic video game. Well done. Then again, Dragon's Lair did it first.
The rest of the enemies aren't gonna make things any better. Like the ogres that take 10 hits to kill, like the unicorn demon. Blue ravens that fly at you while killing said ogres. Blue demons that randomly pop out to a swipe and a hit. Hopping skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Bats that fly from the ceiling. Tower monsters that swap its face when attacking you. And the worst of them all is the red devils, or red airmares as they are called. Ugh, I hate these guys. They stay up in the air like a little bitch and they swoop down to attack. That's the only chance of you will get to score some hits, mind you. Funny thing, you run into one in the first stage. I practiced so many times I managed to take them down in an instant. In level 3, filled to the brim with these guys. Back then, these guys were the reason why I can't beat this game. Now, I'm fucking ready. I even used the trick AVGN taught me. And it worked! It's kind of funny that Red Airmare would get his own spin-off series, Gargoyle's Quest. I'll look at that someday. Now that I managed to beat these assholes, I can finally reach the end of the level. The dragon is a good challenge, as long as you have the sword, since the javelin has no effect on him. Though there is a part that really confused me. Am I supposed to jump here? But I can't fart around too much, because there's also a time limit, just to add more pressure to you. This feels more like NES torture. You only have 3 lives in this game, lose them all and it's a game over. Thankfully you have unlimited continues, so it'll give you an excuse to not give up. While playing through this game, I felt like I went through 50 continues, though I just can't give up at this point. Instead of celebrations I get at the end of levels from other games, it's just a massive relief that the pain is nearly over. Just to say that the only change they made in level 4 is the eyeball platforms at the beginning. Yeah, they look like eyeballs. Don't you see them too? You don't clip to the edge just like in the arcade version, which causes you to die. Huh, there is a plus.
Alright, I made it to the final tower. At this point, the more I died, the more I wanted to quit this game. But I can't do that right now. I have to close this chapter. I have to beat this game.
The final 2 levels can go fuck a rhino's horn. They suck. I can forgive the first 4 levels because at least they have checkpoints. Not with these levels, both of them are big marathons, which makes me more heartbroken when I die. Now, level 5 is not bad once you know the layout of the level, but most of the time you are waiting for these ogres to move.
Hey! I'm trying to climb the ladder! Get out of the way! Move aside, Bones!
Level 6 is no laughing matter. It's basically like a boss rush. Rematches with the Unicorn Demon and the Dragon, dealing with more of these ogres, blocking the ladder, more of the Red Airmares, and a double battle with 2 Satans. Back up a bit, I have to talk about that shield that I mentioned earlier. It's mandatory to have this item equipped when you beat level 6. You can also find it in level 5 with enemies dropping it from pots. See that? I got footage right there. If you don't get the shield, the game will tell you to piss off, grab it, and knock you down to the bottom of the tower. Well, I didn't risk it, so I pressed on with it. Even then, when you get it and you die, you have to grab the javelin to fight the unicorn because in the NES version, the unicorn is immune to the shield, unlike the arcade version. With enough patience and a lot of luck, I managed to get to the boss. This time it's 2 Satans, 8 hits each. 16 hit smackdown and...
Yeah! The power crest compels ya! Wait. Oh, I get it. That's why the NES manual calls the shield a cross. Ah!
The final battle with the devil is pretty easy in my opinion. It changed into a one-on-one style fighting game like Street Fighter, another Capcom franchise. All you do is just hit him in the head enough times and...
Wait, what?
This room is an illusion and is a trap devised by Satan? Go ahead, dauntlessly. Make rapid progress?
God damn it! Ugh, it's one of those games, isn't it?
That's right, if you want to beat this game, you have to play through it a second time. I was just gonna do it once and call it a day, then I said, well, I managed to beat this game, might as well work for the good ending.
Big mistake.
Why not use the Game Genie to make it easier, Thomas?
Heh, that's a laugh.
I wouldn't call myself a true gamer if I cheat. Besides, even if I did use a Game Genie, the codes are useless. Infinite lives? Heh, that's rich.
Your funeral.
You're no help.
I've heard that the second run was made to be twice as hard, but I don't see any changes. That is when I get back to level 6. You have no idea how frustrated I was. What really pissed me off this time is those forest ghosts that squeal when they appear. They keep popping out of random locations just to get you off guard. I lost so many lives because of these bastards. They weren't programmed to act this way. Again, the arcade version knows how to reel it in. This fucking sucks! You wanna know how long it took me to beat this level again? 1 hour! I'm not joking. It took me over an hour to beat this piece of shit of a level. I screamed after every death. I cried after every game over. And I mercifully begged for the game to end. Nevertheless, I did it and managed to beat the devil once again.
Yeah! Finally done! Now let's take a look at this ending.
Congratulations? This story is happy end? Thank you? Being the wise and courageous knight that you are, you feel strong and welling in your body? Return to starting point challenge again? What the kind of ending is that? A lot of these grammar problems just and this half-assed trying to tell me to go back and play it again? What?
So, you managed to beat the game, bro? Thomas?
Yo! You okay, man? Hello? 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 Hello?
Man, not again! When are they gonna stop playing shitty games? Or bastardized version of good games? I've never had a shitty time with a video game than this!
I had a miserable time playing with this game. There's nothing here I can declare fun. There are so many changes from the arcade version, it's not funny. Shitty graphics, terrible controls, subpar music, and a shitty ending with even more grammar problems. Seriously, nobody checked this? Yes, I know throughout the entire review I've been complaining how many changes they have made through the arcade version. Even by judging this game on its own, it's still terrible! Overall, if you're gonna be playing Ghosts and Goblins, just stick with the arcade version. The NES version is too hard up to the point where it flat out sucks.
But there's one good thing I could say. Is that this game convinced Nintendo to make cartridge-based games again.
Back then, Famicom games were expensive to make and hardly has any memory. 64 kilobytes of memory, mind you. So many game developers focus more on making games on the disk system. However, Capcom and Micronix came up with their own home port of Ghosts and Goblins with twice as much memory, 128 kilobytes. This impressed Nintendo so much, they went back to making cartridges.
Still, that is the only credit I give this game. It is an incredible technical marvel that they accomplished back then. But it's still a shitty port of an arcade classic, so it has to go.
Well deserved.
Well, I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. I'm Thomas the Retro Nerd. Thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next review. And I can't believe I forgot my sonic screwdriver.